superpowers to bring you entertainment.
Please, Mr. Zombie, don't eat me. I've got fibromyalgia. I've got gout.
And welcome to another motherfucking episode of Business Party Podcast. Davey is on vacation, and I am joined by Jak and Jackie from my other podcast that we do once a week also, which would be tomorrow. Two Jacks, one Scotch. But yeah, good seeing you guys. Glad you guys are on here tonight.
Hello, Scott. Thank you for having me tonight. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate that. I'm horny for this. Yes, that's right. Wrong show.
Oh,
And
yes.
speaking
There we
of,
go.
got your shirt on.
There we go.
Mustache gang. Yeah, I decided to trim that down and went to the mustache crew. Now I'm going full time Pelic.
Jackie's looks amazing. She's got that Yosemite Sam going on.
I know. I'm gonna go like Alvin from the Wrong Show. We're gonna go full Raleigh Fingers. He's already got a nice curl going on. Oh, but yeah, how are you guys doing?
It's going, guys. Our mountains have been snow capped and lower elevation.
Yeah, I was gonna say California's been a little bit wild, huh?
Yeah, here in the Inland Empire, Southern California, we got fucking snow. Like we got 4 inches where I'm around, 4 to 5 inches. It's stuck. People still have the rest of the snowmen melting down on their lawns and shit. But everyone got to build a cool snowman, and we'll never forget it because we never get that.
Dude,
that weather's unheard of.
When you sent that video, I was like, those palm trees with snow on it. That is fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, Harp really pulled in for us.
Right.
See little keks there.
Uh-huh.
That's a salute to Kek Army.
Oh, yeah.
Pepe.
How's it going out in your region, Jackie?
Yeah.
Same
It feels like
old,
where
same
I'm at, where I'm at in North Carolina, it feels like we're in Seattle or something. It's been rainy, cloudy, and everything for months, and every now and then you'll get the sun poking out. But other than that,
it's got to be a lot nice.
It's crazy. It'll be 70 one day, and then it'll be 50 the next.
That's been about how it's been here lately. Well, lately it's been like anywhere from like 50. Today I guess we hit like a little over 50 or so, but then down to 30, 20. It's like my sinuses are always jacked up though. That's the bad part about it.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a blind melon type weather. Same thing here. It's been raining. Mm-hmm. I call it the blind melon weather.
Fucking depression weather.
Yeah. I don't feel the sun's coming out today.
Oh, man. But, yeah, Davey is on a vacation. Hopefully he's doing well. And, yeah, we got some regular old news and whatnot to talk about as all the crazy shit keeps happening. And I'm just going to play this first.
Chug through.
Yeah, I'm going to play this one first. Let me see where that went.
Before we derail here.
Yeah, exactly. Because, man... All right, so as everyone knows, we are giving way too much money to this fucking country right now, Ukraine, and as Zelensky keeps fucking coming out into the press and shit, but he's gonna end up getting us killed. Like everything that he keeps saying is ridiculous because he's acting like he's allowed to demand this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I said this last week. He's like that like your best friend's little brother. Like he's such a shit. That you want to just kick him around and stuff, but you can't because his brother is your friend, and you're kind of like, well, he's a little bit of a dipshit too, but
all right,
whatever. And
like
he's
fucking
like,
smack him in the head, like
hit me.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
They're Ed and Eddie between Pelosi and then them two,
right?
Or I guess the Double D could be anybody else, really, any other politician.
Double
AOC.
D.
I forgot that's a male too, though. They're all males. Ed and Eddie. You ever seen that commercial or the
oh
cartoon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting that they're all males. The
But-
nerdy one seems like a chick.
Yeah, here's gonna be one of the main ones that's probably gonna piss anybody off that obviously doesn't want this to be happening or has any sort of like a kid or knows anyone who's even in the military or anything else. Just the way that this fucking douchebag thinks he can demand shit. It's fucking beyond me. So let's go ahead and play that. Okay, it's not muted.
The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war. And they will have to fight because it's NATO that we're talking about. And they will be dying, God forbid, because it's a horrible thing.
We will have to do nothing, you fucking midget little asshole.
That is the most smug fucking shit ever coming out. Well, I mean, I've seen some, I don't know, man.
Right.
That's so fucking smug.
It's fucking ridiculous. They will have to send their son. We won't have to do shit. You're the one, like, this is your country, homie. We've already been giving you how
Yeah,
much fucking
dude.
money?
How many, like, we're the powerhouse that's been giving you the most money. NATO probably hasn't given shit.
No,
Because
I don't think so.
they're not supposed to get in there anyways, but
Oh, and there was already a little a showing from the main runner from NATO and like his assistant or whatever saying that they plan on having Ukraine in NATO, but that's for like long-term development. But it's like if you're it's like so now you're just trying to prolong this as long as possible. That's what they're trying to do. Draw it out as much as fucking possible.
Wasn't it last week that NATO tweeted out about like a Ukrainian journalist and he was talking about how we're the Han Solo trying to defeat the Thanos.
yeah, they're the heroes of this. But I've never seen a hero who asks for so much damn help.
Right,
It's
ask
like
for so much
DC League and
well, they think they're the hero, but yet the ASAP battalion is fucking full of Nazis, and that's literally proven.
oh, and sorry for all you nerds out there. DC League, I meant Justice League, right? From DC. Right?
Yeah.
Was Davey getting on here?
Yeah, hey, we got
Hey,
Wow.
Holy shit.
the gang's here.
we took over the show.
I got a text message like, hey, what's up? Why is there like 2 other people on your show? And I'm like, oh, I'm not around.
That's called vacation.
It's Davey.
I'm here. What are you talking about, kids?
Oh, wanting to punch Zelensky right in his
Zelensky.
fucking little midget face. That's about it.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Mad Villain 420 says, I'm sure you have the story coming up, but if you believe that the FBI is now telling the truth, we can't be friends anymore. Well, we're still friends then.
I forgot to put mirror this thing. I'm like going different ways. This is just I'm on my I haven't been on this thing in forever.
Oh, what'd you bring? A laptop?
Yeah, I brought my laptop, which was great because on the plane I was just watching what are we doing here, folks? Yeah, on the plane they had free Wi-Fi for whatever you want to watch on the plane that they provide, and I started watching.
Did that cost extra?
Huh?
Did that cost extra for the Wi-Fi?
No, actually it was included. It was just like instead of
right on.
instead
Yes,
of the,
Kamala.
TV, you get to use whatever they have for free, and I started watching Black Adam, and as soon as it started getting good, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna dissent now," and I'm like, "Everything just started,
right? Of course.
I've been in here for 47 seconds." The guy didn't look up the whole entire ride. He's just like this.
Oh
and
shit!
I'm like, dude, you're gonna be okay. If I can survive this, you can survive this. I hate it. It was fun though. But yeah, Zelensky sucks.
Yes.
I'm gonna go find. I forgot to bring shoes. I can't go anywhere without my wife because I am just
almost spit this beer on my laptop.
Yeah.
I forgot my shoes.
Never hear that.
I forgot shoes. And yeah, I got here and they're like, yeah. So make sure you're in a shirt and a tie. And I'm like, and dress attire. And I'm like, okay. How about my Hey Dudes? Are they good? And they're like, nope. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy shoes. And I had to buy like shoes from in here. And I'm at the Gay Old Opry. So it's not cheap.
Right.
No.
I don't even Don't even know the brand.
No, I'm at the Grand, you know where the Grand Old Opry is?
No.
In Tennessee?
Oh, no. I've never been on that side of the U.S.
If I said the Mexican bachata land, you'd know where it is. But since I said Nashville and you don't know where, country.
Bachata, what is that? El Paso of Tennessee? Well, that's Pachuco town.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm here, and I had to buy a $200 pair of shoes. So,
Ooh,
yeah,
All right.
that's harsh.
But yeah,
Let's take them back afterward.
Right.
That's what I'm doing with my suitcase. I'm gonna take that thing back to Ross. I'm gonna be like, listen, it didn't work so well. Take this back.
Yep.
But yeah, I figured I'd just hijack the show for a couple minutes and say hi.
Yeah.
Rich might come pick me up, or I might see Rich tomorrow or the day after.
Nice.
So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sleep tomorrow. Oh well. Whatever.
Going to a wedding?
Huh? No, work. My actual 9 to 5 work trip. So.
Oh, work trip. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So this has been fun. Yeah. So I forgot shoes, and then I got out of the cab, and I lost my wallet. So far. And dude, this thing, right? This Grand Old Opry. First of all, they put me in the back of the whole entire hotel, motel, whatever it is. I'm in all the way up on the opposite side. It's like walking on the other side of a stadium. And they're like, yeah, you're going to be in the back. And I'm like, this sucks. Okay. So I got all the way back. I'm trying to get here. They're like, find M1. I'm like, all right, I found M1. And she's like, no, you're still halfway through. And I'm like, this is such bullshit. So I'm sweating. I got pants on. It's 84 degrees. And I'm about to kick people. So
you got no shoes. You lost your wallet, and you're sweating bullets. It's awful.
Yeah.
You should just give up now.
So far, Tennessee has not been a good place for me.
Oh, man. That's the opposite of what I hear. And it sounds like you're in a large area. Are you sure it's not like an Amazon warehouse that you're in or something?
No, I'm well, I got the air down to like 7 because I like it nice and cold.
So you're by Alvin then, kind of. Well, he's in Tennessee. I don't know what area exactly, but yeah, from Wrong Show, he's out in Tennessee.
Yeah,
they mandate. Yeah,
everybody's out in Tennessee. Maybe we should take maybe we should do Welcome to the South. It's actually more west from Kansas,
right?
But yeah, maybe we should do a business. Maybe we should do a business party trip out to Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I love Tennessee.
That would be sick.
I used to live in Chattanooga, and it was pretty sweet.
Bless you. I think. What did you say?
I used to live in Chattanooga. It's like 2 hours away from Nashville. It's like closer to Georgia and Alabama.
I'm trying to stay as far away as the East Coast as possible. And I really found out how easy it is to like kind of bring your firearm with you on a plane by accident, because as I'm kind of like walking out the house, I still have my firearm in my bag, and I'm like, oh, I can't take that on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go put it back.
God.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
Yeah, they checked.
Started walking like a Texan on your way back home if you did that shit.
You ain't kidding.
TSA would have been all over your ass.
Well, I mean, I brought whatchamacallit, like hydration little packets, and I go to open my bag, and there's hydration packets all over my bag, and I'm like, what the? And it's just like a nice little note that says, "Hi, we opened your bag because we thought there was angel dust in here, so just to let you know, have a nice day." And I'm like, you motherfuckers couldn't have. Oh, there's
like, okay,
sugar packet all over my bag. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Gatlinburg is dope. Gatlinburg, that's where we gotta go. Gatlinburg is nice. We do.
Sounds like a badass fucking town. Gatlinburg.
It is. I'm trying to buy property at the Ozarks. It's like the fucking Jersey Shore, the middle of the country. So, all right, kids, I'm gonna go find me a burger and try not to murder anybody. That'd be great. I'm trying to. Oh, by the way, you saw who I saw today. Does anybody know who Mark Martell is?
Doesn't come ring a bell.
I know. Okay. I know you saw him. I saw that post, but I don't know who.
Yeah. So if you Google him, he was the guy on TikTok who was doing the Freddie Mercury like
Oh.
impression. Yeah, him. And he was on American Idol and stuff. So I'm walking out of the plane, and he just walks past me, and I'm like, no way. So I put the TikTok, and I'm like, that is him.
He's
So
a
he goes to the
Canadian
bathroom,
musician.
and like a creep, I wait outside and I go, excuse me, are you Mark? And he goes, yeah. I go, hi. And I introduce myself, and we start talking for a few minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. I loved your videos. You know, I love your Freddie Mercury. You do great, blah, blah, blah. And then I grab a sticker and I go, I have a podcast with my partner. And he goes, what do you guys talk about? And I'm like, anything. I go, he's the smart one, and I make dick jokes. And he starts laughing. He goes, what's your? Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
I mean, if you put one of his videos on, dude, he is amazing. When it comes to that first one is like, I think the first one.
That'd be pretty dope if we had him on.
I said, I'm the one who tells dick jokes, and my partner is the smart one.
Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, take one.
Here, I'll let you say a little excerpt first.
Now I
here.
do remember this guy. I've saw for you. Okay, yeah.
You guys want to hear a little bit?
Well, play a
Play a
little
little bit. He is good.
Warts and all. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
Right.
I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, little high, little low.
Yeah, his voice is
Any
good.
way the wind blows doesn't
He was wearing that shirt, too.
matter to me.
Yeah, I think he would have been better in the movie.
Yeah, he would have.
Mama
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead.
Now I'm gonna start tagging him.
Mama,
Gotta come on the podcast.
like a
Mark, come on our show, Mark, please.
We are not desperate at all.
Listen, you're gonna see Scott duetting this song with his guitar.
Right? Right? Yeah, he does.
Wow.
Got that same jaw structure.
Yeah.
Wow. Vibrato and everything.
Yeah, he's amazing. The
Color
only
me
thing I can
impressed.
muster
All
up
right, yeah.
is
Dude.
your videos are amazing. You the way you sing is amazing. That's all I can muster up because
Yeah,
my brain
right.
just like exploded. I was
Amazing.
I was like,
That's awesome.
I don't. But yeah, I was like, I'm known as troublemaker, and he goes, makes sense.
Seems legit.
So yeah, but
That's
yeah,
cool.
he's a really, really cool, nice dude, and he should have definitely been Freddie Mercury instead of the other guy.
Oh yeah.
They
Remy
could have
Malek.
actually
I didn't mind Remy in it,
Yeah,
but
Malek.
that guy would have been way better.
yeah, because he would have actually sang the fucking songs.
Well,
And
I
he
think
didn't need the
I
fake
think
prosthetic teeth.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly that too. But Remy, I think, well, he sung them, but he wasn't as good. Like no, definitely not. That guy has more of that Freddie Mercury tone and everything.
Yeah, he's the first legitimate famous person that I actually recognized in real life. Anybody could walk past Michelle Pfeiffer, fucking Madonna could walk. Except now we know her face.
Yeah,
It looks like a Macy's
Right.
Day float. But anybody who's famous could just walk past me, and I would have no idea because I'd walk up to a person and like, "Are you a Jonas brother?" And it's just like, "No, I'm from New Jersey, you moron." And
It's
yeah,
Bieber.
yeah, I would, but yeah, it was really cool, and so I'm definitely gonna message him and see, hey man, you wanna come on a show?
Yeah.
Great. He went to Orlando to do a show, and I was like, good, take luck and care. Good luck there. You too.
I'm the guy that freaked out on you.
Yeah,
Stay
I'm the
safe.
guy that
Have a
went-
good flight.
I'm the guy that waited till you came out of the bathroom. Remember me?
Right.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Cool.
it started off great. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting. I didn't freak out on the plane. I landed. Everything was good. I saw him, and then everything just went.
Yeah, you're like, great.
Oh man.
So, but all right, kids, you have a good time and hold the show down, and I'll be back sometime. I'll be back next week. But
All right, sir.
Yeah.
I'll let you know
Have a
if
good
I do
trip.
anything fun. I will. Talk to you guys later. Do
Yep,
good
later.
on our show, folks. Not Scott.
Try
Yeah.
not to fuck up.
Yeah.
What the fuck this up? All
I
right,
need,
later.
I need some good dick jokes so that way, you know,
Okay.
I'm on
Okay.
it.
I
Post
see.
them in
know,
the
they
Post
know
them in
what
the
show they're
comments.
watching. You can't be too intelligent. Don't let Scott go off on intelligent route.
Intelligent routes. I like that.
All right, kids. Later.
Later.
Peace. Nice.
Hell yeah. That's cool. I didn't know if he was going to be able to. I think he was talking about he might bring his laptop, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to jump in. But that's cool. Hell yeah. And speaking of one of the last things that you mentioned there, Jack, a certain person, Justin Bieber.
Oh, Bieber. Oh yeah, he is in the news.
Man. Yeah, this shit is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of whatever this is, that Ramsay Hunt syndrome.
Hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
pop
see.
that
I'm
up.
gonna look that up too while you look at that.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber has canceled the remaining dates of his Justice World Tour, with the announcement being made on Tuesday. The singer, who turned 29 on Wednesday, is thought to have cut the tour short due to his ongoing recovery from Ramsay Hunt syndrome. Many fans were quick to send messages of support to the hitmaker following the news, noting that his health comes first. Or noting that his health comes first. Duh, duh, duh. But yeah.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Ramsay Hunt syndrome occurs when a shingles outbreak affects the facial nerve near one of your ears. In addition to the painful shingles rash, Ramsay Hunt syndrome can cause facial paralysis and hearing loss in the affected ear. And it's also, its proper name is herpes zoster oticus. So
Yeah, don't question if it was the vaccine, though. Not at all.
yeah. It can't be that. You know, all this just happening in coincidence.
Mm-hmm. That's how long ago. I don't remember when that was a while ago. Whenever his face got like that.
Yeah.
It had to be at least like 6 months ago or
Right.
something.
Well, it was
and we had to
after
cancel
the
some
flaxseed.
tour then.
This guy's climate change strikes again.
It was after the whole all the flaxseed was distributed, as Drew likes to call it, flaxseed.
Flaxseed.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, also
yeah, this
his
one's-
wife, Haley Baldwin, she had a stroke and like a
Yeah.
blood clot and shit too, right around the same time
Mm-hmm.
he had that whole thing going on.
I think that's why it snowed a lot here. It's that damn climate change.
Damn climate change.
We need to lock down again because, for the love of God, we need to help climate
I don't mind
change.
it. Lockdown was easy for me.
Right. Well, here it wasn't bad at all in Indiana. I mean, but we kind of just said we don't really give a fuck for the most part.
Yeah.
I felt cool.
How do you pull up what people say?
People say.
I
Oh,
can't- how
down
do you-
here.
Oh.
You have to hit share. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got herpes. Coincidentally, that's
Oh.
9 pages of side effects. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. And if he got like the shots or whatever, isn't it like, so if you have any type of like autoimmune diseases or any other type of underlying thing, that's why like people would get like the shingles and stuff like that after getting.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to
The
like
poof
bring it
shots.
to the Yeah, it's supposed to
Yeah.
basically brings it to the surface more, and yeah.
That would make
So
sense
maybe-
because I think
maybe what's happening is he's having a herp outbreak, like he's having like a recurrence
And it hit
right
his
now,
face.
and it just exacerbates it to his face. So
Yeah.
anytime he has to cancel a show, it's because he's having like another herpes outbreak at the same time.
I don't maybe like
Well,
man, this shit is so crazy.
then sounds
What
like he
is-
needs some penicillin.
What is that word? Antiphos.
Antiphospholipid
There you
syndrome.
go.
Phospholipid syndrome.
Antiphospholipid. I'm convinced that's what's going on.
Hmm.
I don't. These are all new terms to me. Everything
Right.
that
Well,
we're speaking in doctors' terms so far.
well, I mean, that's going to happen quite a bit with these anything from this mRNA shit because I mean, we really didn't even pay attention to them talking about like what was it? Basically your immune system like basically shutting down or needing all these boosters and whatever else to be able to even like stay alive until this came out because we never had any of this shit. So, yeah.
So this antiphospholipid syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
it's also known as APS. We'll just call it APS.
Right.
It's an autoimmune hypercoagulable, so like hypercoagulable state caused by antiphospholipid antibodies. So it provokes blood clots in the arteries and veins, related to pregnancy complications, and they're not clear if it's genetics on how people get it or whatever, but
Right.
so that could be it if someone has that underlying issue or whatever and not really know it.
Right.
Or it could be like, I don't know, genetically it's in their DNA, but it hasn't presented itself, and then you get a vaccine and you get the mRNA shit, and then it could
Right.
abnormal antibodies that attack proteins. Oh, there it is. There. On the outside of blood cells and vessels.
Yep. Guess what the side
Guess what
effect?
the side Tell me more.
Right. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Well, and like every time we see something about any, like, what was it? The new one that came out, eggs are like starting to, they're saying is causing blood clots and shit.
Yes.
It's like every fucking time something starts happening, they like, instead of like anything with the vaccine or whatever, it's like that Billy Mays shit or that fucking flex spray shit where it's like, pat it with this fucking more bullshit on it.
Well, the egg thing was actually really weird. I started looking up like how they're saying how now egg, were they saying egg proteins cause cancer now? Is that what the
it was blood clots, the one that I saw, I think it was in January or something, January 24th or something like that when they put that out.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why, and then it came out on the food pyramid now.
Yeah,
like,
it was
eggs
the
are
eggs.
like foreboded.
Right.
They're horrible for you.
Yeah.
If you eat an egg, apparently you may die.
Well, it was fucking ridiculous whenever what did they put out, the food pyramid thing saying that cereal was healthier than steak?
Yeah.
Like, they literally
That
had
was the
it up
big
there,
one.
like, oh my god.
Cereal,
Come on,
Captain
dude.
Crunch is healthier than a glass of milk and a piece of bacon.
Like, no.
Yeah, as much as fat on that bacon, that's good fat.
Anyone who's believing that, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're mentally handicapped or just completely drawn off course. I don't understand how anybody could even think that is like the fact that it got published, put out, and 100% of America didn't go against it and say you're retarded is scary.
It's yeah.
Well,
One of those
a little
things.
to add to the flaxseed stuff. I read somewhere, or I think I saw a video of Dr. Robert Malone. He comes out and saying why some people are injured and the possibility why the people that are injured got injured. He's saying it's the method that they inject you. They're supposed to draw back on the plunger and see if blood comes in to the tube where the flaxseed is. And I say flaxseed because I don't know if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, the jab. I just call it the jab. I don't care.
That thing. So if blood draws back in there. That means they hit a blood vessel, and they're supposed to throw that away, start fresh, because it's supposed to go into your muscle, not a blood vessel. And those that got into the blood vessel, it's going straight into your heart. That's what's causing a lot of the myocarditis. That's what he speculates. I'm not sure if he found that is true, but you know, he's coming out saying that he's a well-renowned doctor, Dr. Robert Malone.
Yeah. See, and that wouldn't surprise me at all, because I think there was people that were saying that kind of early, whenever some of this was happening, that they probably weren't injecting some of it right.
Yeah.
Either going too deep or, like you said, in a blood vessel or something. Yeah.
You know, they want to distribute this thing out so fast that they're going to hire people that probably not even certified to give these injections.
Right.
Like other phlebotomists. I think that's the term for a nurse who could do that. I don't know, but you got to be certified and trained how to inject someone. So a lot of people just surpass the plunger method.
Oh yeah, they were fucking. Where was it? Like in all these places, in the Publix and shit in Florida and wherever else. Like they were giving that shit out like it was fucking Skittles at places.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, come to the 7-Eleven, put your arm out the, bar, and we'll just inject you."
Like, you can just imagine the cashier.
We just need your arm.
He's like, okay, you want Red Bull? Okay, you want bag of chips? Okay. Oh, you want 100 Reds? 100 Reds? Okay. And did you get the vaccine? No, stick your arm right here. Let me get you right here.
Wow.
Don't worry, this one's on the house. You get free donut and coffee. Tell me vaccine.
Yeah, there were people that got it in restaurants or in their cars on the side of the road. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Super
safe.
Lines of cars.
Yeah, super safe.
Do we know if we are sharing needles? If there's like a huge uptick in like AIDS, HIV, and stuff too, you'll know why.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly, yeah, and I mean,
they tried to say monkeypox was making a comeback.
Yeah, well, they tried to, but that died off.
Then we found out it's pretty gay.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Well, okay. All right. So weren't we told to, like, what is it? The delivery system or whatever with the mRNA stuff had like the same delivery system of like HIV,
right,
and everything.
That's what I was thinking whenever you said something about that possibly coming back, or if not coming back, but if there's an uptick in that or whatever else, that could be from like bringing your immune system down or whatever else. Because I mean, really, AIDS is just an autoimmune deficiency syndrome. That's literally what it is. It's
right.
So if you already have a bad immune system or an autoimmune deficiency or problem or whatever else, that could possibly just kick you into that. I mean, I don't know if that's solely true, but you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's made from the same delivery system, if there's a partially part of like HIV into that, then
yeah, these flaxseeds definitely ruin immune systems. I mean, that's why we all came out with episodes on our podcast called "Everyone Has AIDS." AIDS.
Remember that? Remember that dog got monkeypox on its butt? Yeah, those Marine men boned that dog, I believe. Yeah. It's so fucking gross and weird, but yeah, you would think so, because that's pretty much the only way that's gonna fucking happen.
Oh, they're gonna have a big outbreak of that in Spain.
Remember
Spain
how
is
they
wild
peppered?
right now.
Remember how they what's going on in Spain?
The decriminalization of bestiality, like on our episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read that.
Yeah, you read that.
Yeah, Spain's fucking crazy. That was also the place where that one lady, I forgot who it was, said that children should be able to have the right to choose whatever
she
their
wanted to
sexual
decriminalize
preference or something.
She wanted to take the bad connotation off calling people child fuckers and pedophiles.
Yeah.
And just call them
groomers.
Boy lover groomers. I guess. I don't know.
Dude,
no, it's like it's how they came up with the whole maps situation.
Yeah, that one, maps.
Yeah. That whole I can't.
Yeah.
It's like, no. How about no? Scott, how about no?
How about
no, motherfuckers? I don't get like, but that's like, I just still don't get at all how anyone is like even try to be sympathetic to any of that. Like that's so fucked up. But yeah, anyways, whatever. Spain, there was somewhere it was just like straight up fucking people in like those BDSM outfits just walking down the street and shit. And it wasn't even like a parade. It was just like,
Oh my god.
your normal
San
times there
Francisco.
are fucking weird, man. Like, whoa.
It's like San Francisco. Doesn't even have to be Gay Pride month or year or
just
that day of the month or
it's just always weird. Weird.
yeah.
Crazy. No, I wanted to bring up real quick.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about monkeypox. So what happened to monkeypox? Like, do you guys remember how they were peppering it in like the media for it to be like the next thing to scare the shit out of people? When they had that truck that was carrying like a shit ton of monkeys that like rolled over in Pennsylvania, and like monkeys and like a few monkeys got loose, and like one lady then like one lady in Pennsylvania or whatever got bit by the monkey, and then like the CDC came, collected her DNA, and she didn't even know what it was for. Crazy.
Yeah, I remember when that shit happened, and that shit went out of the fucking media real fast.
Yeah. People were like, no.
Yeah, they stopped talking about the monkeypox outbreak stuff because it was only happening in gay couples and gay men couples, not lesbians, but gay men. And well, they don't want a bad connotation on that going public like that. Like just don't have gay butt sex and you won't get it. That's pretty much how you won't get it.
Right. Well, it's either, maybe they listened for a while, at least gave it a rest for a little bit or whatever, but it seemed like it just kind of went away, to be honest.
I gotta say, I see this. That was a deleted side quest.
Yeah,
100%.
For real. Deleted side quest. Right? Like that. Just no more with that.
I'll continue on the main quest. Put that on the side. Never complete.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and
oh, good lord.
That's the DLC you don't want to play.
Right.
Well, I want to bring up something. And I know that we have stuff going on in our show tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
But I wanted to bring up something like how like a lot of House committees, Senate committees, and all this other stuff, they're doing all of their meetings at the beginning of the month of every month and like at the end of every month, pretty much. So this week's been kind of crazy, and I'm trying to catch up on some things. But they did have a committee hearing about it was like the select committee on the coronavirus pandemic or what have you. And I was watching it, and it was like watching two different realities because they had 4 doctors on there. 3 of them were basically ones that questioned the narrative, and one that is like all for whatever the narrative is. And it was just watching 2 different worlds of things going on, because one person would say something that would contradict another person, but then like the Democrats would like completely disregard what was just said, and after it was like proven to be false what that narrative was, and I'm like, am I a crazy person?
That's kind of what that reminds me of, like what happened with Bernie Sanders. I forgot what they asked him, but he's like, no, I never said that. I never said that. And then they ask us the person next to them the same question. When Bernie said this, and it's like, I just said I never said that.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't explain that well, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I hear this too, Rich. But here's another thing. I've been hearing people like Chris Sky, Dan Bongino, a few other people that have been saying that for a while. Because not that about that people aren't going to believe it, but yeah, the avian flu is supposedly coming around, and there's people from 2011 who have been worried about this exact flu, because I watch prepper shows, and those people prep for shit like this. So there's people that have been already talking about that since like 2011. I mean, I'm not saying it's not here, not gonna, or will be, or whatever else. I mean, it may end up coming here, and maybe a lot of people are gonna go. But the bad thing is, they're gonna try and shove more shit in your fucking veins because of it. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
fucking problem.
Yeah.
It was like, don't give me your arm. It's for your better
Well,
health.
and that's what makes me a little nervous sometimes, because with a lot of these committees and everything, everyone talks about how like there's like zero trust that citizens have for these public health officials after what happened with COVID or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I was saying, well, what if something happens next, right? And everyone's like, no, I'm not going to believe you. And like, hey, we have a magical cure. And everyone's like, no, F you, you're a liar, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually the real thing. Like,
Yeah.
now it's just all up in the air because you don't know what to believe or who to believe anymore because
Right.
of all the shit that they just put us through.
Right. Exactly. And like, well, yeah, everything they put us through and all the truth that's coming out about how they fucking fucked with
They
all
lied.
the numbers and everything else and lied and and all that. And I mean, yeah, and it's gonna suck because a lot of people aren't gonna believe some shit. But it's also, it's not. It's like it's all the media's fault and shit like that. Fauci, all the motherfuckers, our government, like they're the ones who
Yeah.
fucking put the mistrust.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, if you guys remember back, like, it was even, like, late November, early December, January of, well, December, November of 2019, and then early in January, like, around right-leaning, I guess, echo chambers, there was a bunch of videos coming out of China of people just
Same.
falling down in the street, bleeding all over the place. Like,
Right.
everyone's like, oh my God. Like, I know that for myself. I had bought masks before January of 2020 because I'd seen all these things online. I was just like really worried. And then my family members were making fun of me for it. And then
yeah,
all this happened, and then I started looking into it, and I was just like, well, I feel like an idiot for buying this shit.
Mhm.
And then they're yelling at me for not wearing it, and I was like,
Oh,
at the
wow.
table
I can't win.
turn.
I can't win.
Right. I
like,
can't win.
I was
Yeah.
being prepared in case, and then okay, everyone was scared for a little bit, but then looking at things, you're just like, okay, wait, hold on. This
Right.
isn't adding up.
Right. And one of the worst things is too is like they got all these motherfuckers to believe still, and they're still believing that these fucking masks are going to be able to protect them from anything that's even bad anyways. It's not going to fucking
Yeah.
protect you. I don't care what anyone says. They can't show me a fucking test or anything that says that it can, and I could show you more tests that have been done. Even that fucking latest one that came out, I forgot what place it was. But Bongino even had it
Cochrane?
on his show. Cochrane, and they put it out saying that shows no significant difference, like whether you had it on or not. Like, stop with this bullshit with that. And that's the worst. And
Yeah.
that's still gonna be one of the worst parts, is that those people are still gonna wear them, think that they're fine or whatever, and you still get it. Like, it just it's ridiculous.
I'm fine if they want to wear it. That's fine. Do whatever you want. I mean, people walk around pretending that they're dogs and, wear furry costumes. Like, you do you, boo. Do it. Okay? But just don't make me do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
if you want to be scared, just don't make your fear dictate my life.
right.
Dictate your own life with your fear, not mine.
I agree with that, but that's like also the reason why I want to like grab them and shake them and yell at them to fucking wake up to the actual facts. Like, I understand. I see your point too, which I'm fine with, but like once we unless government shrinks, it starts getting to the point to where it's at again is the problem.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're talking about too, because like I don't know how many times I've told you guys that like I only have so much grace left to give because it's
right. I feel like
It's emptieth.
My fucking field of fucks is barren right now. There's none. I'm to that point to where like whenever like shit did start happening, I know that people want to say it wasn't from this, whatever else. It's like I'm to the point where I'm just gonna be like, it is. And if you can prove me wrong, Layden, I'll be like, all right, I was wrong. But now I'm just to that point to where like, no, fuck this, fuck that. And I know sometimes it does get kind of stupid on my part with that, but man, everything is just so annoying now.
Yeah.
You know what's annoying? So many fucks that we're not giving, and more fucks to not give to another topic is Lori Lightfoot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Lori
Lord.
Lightfoot lost to another black candidate. I think it was a guy this time.
All these fucking misogynists and racists out there can't even put her out.
She blames racism for not being reinstated as the mayor.
You know, or maybe you just fucking sucked real bad. How about that?
Yeah, there's a meme that the Bloods and Crips of Chicago are like making truce and everything's going much better life now that she left.
I saw that. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Chicago's going to turn into the real utopia now.
Yeah, it's like a utopia. You see flying cars in the background. Everything's like great and futuristic.
I wonder who. That's one thing I'm going to be wondering who's going to end up getting in there.
Yeah, I know, right? So we don't know yet, but I guess she was out of the race. I didn't even know there was a race going on for that.
And I didn't totally either, but yeah, I'm glad that she's fucking out now. She was just terrible. And also, speaking of terrible, if anybody hasn't heard anything that's been going on in South Africa right now, oh man, it's about to get real fucking crazy there. It's already pretty bad, but it's about to get way worse. Hold on, let me wind this here a little bit. Come on, pause, motherfucker. Okay, yeah, I'm bringing this up.
Nairobi to South Africa, where the economy is on the brink of collapse due to rolling power blackouts that have hit industries. The country is also facing long-term social instability due to massive layouts. Economic experts are saying that the government needs to invest billions of rands to overhaul its energy infrastructure and construct new power plants. Yeah, the details of this and other stories making headlines from across the continent.
So South Africa's energy grid is completely collapsing at this point. In fact, from the New Zealand Herald has a headline out this morning that says South Africa faces civil war conditions due to the possibility of power grid collapse. Listen to this. South Africa is on the verge of collapse amid rolling blackouts, and warnings of a total power grid failure could lead to mass rioting on the scale of a civil war. Western embassies, including the United States and Australia, have advised their citizens in the country to stock up on several days' worth of food and water and be on high alert during extended blackouts sweeping the country. New Zealand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade advises exercise extreme caution due to strikes and demonstrations. There have been outbreaks of violence, primarily directed towards refugees and other African migrants throughout South Africa. Violence could again occur at short notice, and bystanders could be caught up. The president of South Africa, and I love this story. I love this story. He's being sued now by members of the opposition party and other South Africans claiming that he is not providing energy because of his policies. And remember, these policies include the fact that inside their constitution, they have critical race theory. This idea that the representation of the demographic groups, the racial groups of South Africa must be directly associated, directly proportional inside all of their institutions. We're going to make our institutions look like South Africa. So what they did all the way back in the 1990s, as reported by CNN at the time, they instituted race quotas. And I brought this up, 2 weeks ago, and I had all the South African libs losing their minds at me. Well, guess what? At least I ain't losing power. At least I'm still on the air. Now you guys can't even respond to me because you can't charge your phones because you don't have electricity. Yeah, sorry about that, libs. Sorry, not sorry. In papers filed in response to a constitutional challenge on load shedding, according to the Mail and Guardian from South Africa, This is the response. This is the response of President Ramaphosa on all of this. The South African president has responded by saying, this is amazing. He says he doesn't have a constitutional duty, and it doesn't constitute a dereliction of duty on his part or the national government's part to provide electricity to the country. This is his answer.
That's fucked up.
He argues that in terms of Part B of Schedule 4 to the Constitution, electricity.
And like, here's the main thing. Maybe he might be technically correct, okay? But how could you be the president of a fucking country and actually say that and feel okay about saying that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he should be pissed off at his electric companies.
Yeah,
saying, what's going on, guys?
Right. Well, yeah, at all the electric companies, at all any of the local government or anything like that. And I think that's where he starts going to about it too, saying like he's basically just putting off
gas
on them,
reticulation. It's a competence of local government. There is nothing in the Constitution or any other law that compels me to provide electricity to the public. And I could not be accused of failing to uphold the Constitution just because the lights are not staying on. It is now accepted that municipalities are in law required to provide water and electricity to their people as a matter of public duty. This is amazing. So the president of South Africa, while the lights are all off and everybody's asking him, hey, why are the lights in your mansion still on? Why do you seem to have all the fresh water? You guys have never had a power there. These blackouts don't seem to be affecting you. And he says, you know what? It's not my fault. This is the fault of the local governments. Yes, it's actually those local governments to blame, not me. Definitely. How long before this guy flees the country?
Right.
We're actually at the point, how long before this guy flees the country? Where's he going to go? Ukraine? Yeah, I don't think so. Another country that has power issues. But that's for a different reason, boys and girls.
Man.
I think this is a great clip. I want to pull something up just to show you guys just a quick search that I did, and I just want to show you what it is. So violence in South Africa obviously isn't anything new, but like how we had 2020 was like the summer of love. So did South Africa.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to show you because like I remember there being like a bunch of upheaval in the summer of 2021 in South Africa, and like there was like a bunch of looting and everything that's been going on. So this is something. I keep saying something. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed with myself. That has been happening for a while. So it coming to this point is probably the end point of years in the making kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Even the New York Times had an opinion piece back in July of 2021 about how South Africa is falling apart. There was another one.
See, like, and look, that's exactly anybody who's watching this that even halfway thought that critical race theory might be a good idea. Think of fucking again. Look at what's happening there. As Jack Posobiec said, in the 90s, they literally put that shit into their constitution. They have to start equity and all that other bullshit. Like, it fucking ruins stuff. That's all it does.
It took a generation to collapse.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that like we were talking a little bit about the South African history, South Africa's history and everything, and what they did in the 90s was a complete overcorrection of the apartheid.
Right.
And still, I mean, it's still semi-fresh. Like they're still having a lot of race wars. They're still having a lot of violence and upheaval and everything. So I don't know, man.
And especially right now, it definitely doesn't seem like any of that is going to be changed anytime soon.
No, it does not.
And I
Charlize Theron. That's all I know about South Africa.
Oh, yeah, about South Africa. Yeah, she's from there. I know whenever I found that out, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, and Charlton Copley.
And Elon Musk.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Elon Musk. He was the first.
When did they get out? Were they British owned? Was it British or I can't remember who, but yeah, I thought it might have been England. I can't, because I know you were talking about that, Jackie, but they used to be under a different rule.
Mm-hmm. I believe it was Britain.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. just like India, like how
Oh.
India was like a colony of Britain
Hmm.
for a long time.
Well,
History is very crazy.
yeah, it
I
is.
gotta say.
Well,
I was looking into how, like, you know how we were talking about calendars and stuff.
Gregorian and
I
Julian.
got down a rabbit hole on
Nice.
calendars, and I got into the whole mud flood, and then I also got into like how
Tartaria.
at the lost years, basically, like there's 1,000 years that they call like the medieval times that like didn't actually happen.
the Dark
type
Ages.
thing. Yeah, the Dark Ages, like
Because they
just
were so
didn't
dark because they
happen.
didn't fucking happen or something. But yeah.
Yeah.
There was dragons,
But
I swear.
But then
See-
it came across what is it? A bunch of orphan children all across the planet. Like in the 1800s, in like the 1850s to like the early to like 1920s, 1930s, there's a bunch of orphans in the United States who were just like put on trains and sent across the whole country. Sent to factories and all this stuff to build the country.
That's crazy.
And no one knows where these kids came from, because apparently in like 1887 or 1890s, Ellis Island, all their like census records were burned in a fire.
Oh shit.
You don't know where these kids came from.
Wow, ain't that coincidence?
I think I remember
there's,
hearing
like-
something kind of about that before. Okay.
Yeah, and there were like auctions. They would auction off children. Like there was always these juvenile asylums that kids would go to, orphanages. Yeah,
That's wild.
it is wild stuff. It's I'm looking into it because I definitely would like to talk about it more and be more knowledgeable on it.
Oh yeah.
That's why all those
figure out why.
That's why all those movies that are set back in those times have like gangs of kids running around the streets and shit.
Right.
Like the orphans
That's
just
how we got the
pickpocketing and
newsies.
yeah.
Newsies.
Read
Right.
all about it.
Well, and it reminded me. So I was reading this thing, and it was like, I don't know. I got into thinking about like clones, robots. I don't know how I got into that while I was watching something on orphan children from the 1800s. But it reminded me of this movie. Do you guys remember the movie with Angelina Jolie called The Changeling?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's like a sci-fi psychological thriller type movie where she like loses her son or something, and she gets him
shit.
back, and she's
it's
like,
not
no,
him?
that's not him.
I remember
And
that
it's
premise.
just weird. I don't know why it made me think of that, but it did, because it was like around the same time period,
Right.
and yeah,
The movie's pretty good too, actually. It wasn't too bad.
no, it wasn't. But I was watching this channel. It's Autodidactic, and he does some really good stuff on different
On
things.
YouTube?
Yeah, talking about like time stuff and how you can see
Hmm.
back in like different images how some buildings will have one numerical like date, and then you look that like years later, and they put like an M in front of it because M is a sign for like 1,000
Oh, okay. Yeah.
when they do like Roman numerals or whatever. So they
Okay.
just put like another thing on there to make it, 18,000 instead of
Yeah.
800.
Mm-hmm.
Weird stuff.
This happened much longer ago. That's the true history.
Right. That's
Yeah, I was talking about this in the Discord earlier, so it was like on my mind.
well, that's one of those
And, like,
subjects that I
totally
want to get
random.
into big time more would be like Tartaria and stuff, because I mean
Yeah.
I've somewhat studied into some of it, but not totally. But I mean it's still one of those to where like there's only so much real evidence. I mean there is some, but it's like really hard to actually totally go into it,
Yeah.
I don't think we know enough about
Absolutely.
it to touch it.
No.
But there's Tartaria is a big old theory out there.
Mm-hmm.
It has to do with the mudslides and burying out old cities and shit
Right.
and world affairs.
Mm-hmm.
And not
But-
world
Yeah.
affairs, world fairs, where the whole
Yeah.
world.
Oh yeah, the World's Fair. Yeah.
yeah. would hold who has the most massive city and electric free and free energy and all that. Yeah, it's a lot to dive into.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and the World's Fair, and if you look at like old movies, like the movie Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland, they talk about going to like the World's Fair and stuff, and I just think that's really interesting. But I read an article a while ago, and it was about this woman who passed away, and she was one of the last babies who were in incubators for sideshows
Oh shit.
in Coney Island. It was a very weird. So apparently, like in these like fairs and stuff, they would have these premature babies in incubators, and they would put them on display as like a sideshow act and such, so people could go look at these little babies in
That's so
incubators.
crazy. That's so weird.
Right?
And stuff. Look at them
Random
in
crazy
the
shit.
jar.
Yeah, like I don't want to see like little preborn babies. That's weird. Like people were weird, man.
I mean, it happens, but it's not a whole thing that should be on display.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
a scene as an
right. Show me
entertainment.
Show me the weird like third arm guy or like the bearded lady, whatever else. I don't want to see the weird like.
There's a whole lot of bearded ladies now. They're everywhere now.
Right, they're everywhere.
We don't need to go to a circus for that.
It's ma'am.
It's ma'am.
Ma'am.
Oh man. What was that one
my
fucking?
word.
Oh, hold on. I'll pull up this tweet that I.
One eye monster.
Oh, what was it? Where were they at? In Germany or something? This trans person started going after a Muslim wearing her hijab.
Oh wow.
And then other Muslims started beating
The dude up?
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this up because it was kind of funny. But it's also like then once you look at the guy and then you see the GIF that I put with my tweet, then you'll understand why I did. Let me go ahead.
I like that.
All right. Yeah, here's it's like there's no reason for I don't like they're the ones who want to like to be accepted and so much acceptance and blah 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 and shit like this.
Oh, it's one of those people.
Calm down. Like, calm down, sir.
Short, your balls are showing.
Nice.
Your balls are showing. Calm down.
Good job. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love seeing this. Men are fucking stepping up.
Exactly.
Real men are fucking stepping up. And sure, it's a couple of people on one person. But that one person was being a bully to a female bystander.
Exactly, for no reason. Like that lady was literally just walking, and then she started, or whatever, he started yelling at.
Yeah, it's ma'am.
Yeah, and then
it looks just like that person too.
but this is what I put the dude from fucking Road Warrior.
Oh,
like, ah!
It was that person.
So they were mad that she was wearing a hijab.
I guess, yeah. That was
like, you're free. You don't have to wear that. What are you doing?
Yeah, she was walking past and freaked out and tried grabbing it off her head, and that was.
Yeah, that's
like that lady wasn't even trying to go after that person at all. Like just walking away, then she starts screaming, grabbing it, trying to pull. Like I'm glad those dudes beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you didn't see anyone pull out their phone either and just start recording. I mean, we saw this recording from a distance here, but usually you'll see the whole crowd and nobody helping. This time,
but that really was a short skirt. Like,
yeah, it was. Sir, your balls are showing. Calm down.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Your balls are showing.
Yeah. Decency.
Right.
Decency.
Oh man. The more you know.
That reminded me of the gym room PE teacher on Scary Movie. when she's doing the Basic Instinct. She does the moving of her legs, so when she moves the legs, see a whole ball sack just drop out. It's like, oh,
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
was it Einstein is Finkel? Finkel is.
Oh, that's the other one. That's a
Jim,
bad case of
Ace
hemorrhoids
Ventura?
there. Yeah,
Einhorn
that was
is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh man. Yeah.
Everyone had a piece of it. That's what they all
Mrs.
started
Man.
spinning out.
It's so odd.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah, I
fuck
tried looking for some good articles on New York Post. I didn't really see anything like pop out that was like crazy. But I could read off some headlines if you need some content here.
Yeah, we can also let me play this clip real
Yeah,
quick too.
there you go.
I do like this guy quite a bit. Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, I love Jimmy Dore. And he's liberal.
Yeah,
but...
exactly. And that's one of the main things too, which is crazy, but I like him quite a bit. And we'll go ahead and play this clip. He made a lot of good points, and also
so you know,
Kurt Metzger's on this clip too, which I like him quite a bit too. Really good comedian.
Yeah, he's the secondary guy that's on his show.
Oh,
about ivermectin. Okay. It was discovered in the late 70s. It is a pioneering drug originating solely from a single microorganism. It has had immeasurably beneficial impact in improving the lives and welfares of billions of people throughout the world. Not millions, billions of people's lives have been saved by ivermectin, and they made you think it was a fucking horse poison.
But can it be dangerous?
And that's right.
How?
And Fauci says it's dangerous.
How?
It's one of the safest drugs in the history of drugs. So let's watch again.
Did ivermectin do anything?
No.
Okay. Humans do take it, but not for this purpose.
Right. It does not help with COVID, and it could be dangerous.
Okay. Hydroxychloroquine.
And it could be dangerous.
Oh my God.
See how he just says it? He just says it like that. It's been prescribed to billions of people. How dangerous is that drug, Dr. Fauci? Is it as dangerous as aspirin or less dangerous?
Is there any class action lawsuits like with your Tylenol?
Yeah.
And your every other one?
It was invented by this guy, and they won the Nobel Prize for it. So Stephen Colbert doesn't say, yeah, it's taken by... Do you see how he dismissed it? That's what a propagandist does, and that's what Stephen Colbert is.
He's talking to a priest. I mean, that's him being a good Catholic dipshit talking
that is
to
what
his
that
priest.
is.
But Father, should we?
Right.
So not only is it so Stephen Colbert didn't say, well, not only do humans take it, it won the friggin' Nobel Prize for human medicine, and it's on the WHO list of essential medicines.
Right.
But Fauci just made everybody watching that show think it was a dangerous medicine. He said so. He said it could be dangerous. It's on the WHO list of essential medicines. How dangerous is it?
Exactly.
So that's Fauci doing propaganda, and that's Stephen Colbert, a paid propagandist. Their bills are paid by Pfizer.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing. They're lying to you.
Exactly.
Now, I was going to say, shame on you people who still watch Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, yeah,
can't take any of that shit serious. It's just
exactly dangerous to his bank account. That seems to be is the main driver for
Well,
anyone who wants
it's very
to start on any of
dangerous.
this bullshit. Yeah, or yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah, because I mean, if there's a cure for it, you don't need a fucking jab, because we know this shit ain't no fucking vaccine.
Ivermectin is dangerous. I don't even write any word near ivermectin. I don't even know how to spell ivermectin. It's dangerous.
I'll tell you what ivermectin is. It's not the science, because I'm the science. So listen to me.
I'm the science. Remember that.
Oh man.
I wonder if that was recent or that was because man, Jimmy Dore's been on top of that shit for a long time. He was vaccine injured himself.
Yeah.
And he talks about that a lot.
Yep. This clip, it was 9 hours ago when the person tweeted it, but the clip itself from his show, I would imagine probably in the past couple days or so.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I don't, yeah.
All right. So, have you guys ever like Googled
Been
or
a band cap?
code like ivermectin cancer?
Mm-mm.
No.
You should. Should I bring it up, or am I
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, please do.
All right. Okay. So here is
Remember, Susan Wakiki stepped down from
this
YouTube.
is on the National Library of Medicine on the NIH.gov website.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice source.
So, and this came out in June of 2020. An article, study about anti-tumor effects of ivermectin at clinically feasible concentrations support its clinical development as a repositioned cancer drug.
Oh,
well
look at
done.
And then here are similar articles that it has. What was
Inhibits
this is about
mammary
canines.
tumor growth. Yeah.
Tumor growth, anti-parasitic drug, ivermectin exhibits potent anti-cancer activity against. I'm not even going to pretend to know what that is.
Jim Yeah.
So, yeah, shows where the article is cited by. So, yeah, I think that's a little. So, because I just want to show. This is literally what I wrote in Deck.go, and then I just like looked down. So I don't know. It's just weird. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, of course. Well,
oh shit.
I mean, I think that was one of the things that we were starting to hear about. Well, that, or was it also HCQ or something at first? But then now that that's coming out with this, it's not surprising.
So we may even post articles that are on the own government website. Voice of the People here says, doesn't matter, Jack. I still took a strike for what we went over with APS. Live is still up, but the clip they did was a strike from YouTube.
That's stupid.
So, man, this is insane. If this doesn't speak fascism or socialism to you, this is why you're
definitely.
rumble.
Well, definitely authoritarian fascism, shit like that. Yeah, like.
All I have to say is, I swear to God, if in 2024 Biden comes out and is like, I actually finally cured cancer, like I promised I was going to do in 2020, everyone, here's your ivermectin.
It's ivermectin.
I'm going to flip a shit.
I know. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, I would hope like even the person next to who one of his Secret Service agents or something would just like punch him in the face, be like, I hate you. You deserve
and and here's the thing is that they're gonna rename it, like called I don't know, Paxlamectin.
Yeah.
Or Biden-mectin.
I was gonna say Biden-mectin or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
then it's gonna be a red pill.
$100,000 a pill. And then you'll read the ingredients and it's exactly the same. The only difference is that they may have thrown in a little cayenne pepper, and that's
riboflavin.
It's gonna be a little spicy going down, but don't worry, it cures your cancer.
Yeah.
It gives you the shits to make you feel like it's really working, but it's actually the cayenne pepper.
It really cleans you out. And then we're gonna mix this with the flu shot. Comes out every seasonal flu.
Oh, by the way, speaking of flu shots, during the what the fuck was I listening to? I listened to so much stuff. My brain is mush right now.
Yeah, don't we all?
I know. I believe it was the select subcommittee for the coronavirus pandemic stuff that they had, I think yesterday. I was listening to it. I didn't know this, and I feel like an idiot for not knowing this, but the flu vaccines that they have now, the flu shots, not the vaccines, they're not a vaccine, it's a shot, whatever, are mRNA. I did not know that.
Are they?
They always have been, or
yes, they are.
I didn't know they
now.
I know they are now.
Yeah.
They said that they were going to mix that technology now. Oh,
yeah. I didn't know that they were mRNA.
I don't think they always have been, but I mean, at this point, They did say that stroke season comes right after flu season. So it's like at this point, I wouldn't put it past that they always have been.
Yeah, I was gonna say now I want to look that up about the flu shots, because if they're changing all of those over to mRNA, and like I wouldn't be surprised if they start trying to do it with every vaccine. That's fucked up.
That's what they're trying to do. So what's happening is the like the respiratory viruses that have been out there for like kids and stuff like RSV. This is a big one that Fauci talks about, is like trying to find a vaccination for the common cold and also RSV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're now the narrative is that now that they can use the mRNA technology, whatever, to actually make these RSV and common cold vaccinations successful, and it's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Here's another one. Voice of the People just told us. Oh, I guess what else is prescribed for blood clots? HCQ, hydroxychloroquine. Remember when they threatened us to take away medical licenses for even hinting it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And how Mexican airports had like ivermectin and HCQ.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that was so crazy when
every supply pack.
Yeah, dude, that was fucked up. Like whenever that started, like really started happening, they were hammering down on us to not use it. Then that video came out that it was right there in Mexico at the airport. It was like on every fucking shelf at the airport. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Like the world is fucking crazy right now, because like we're being told this, then they're being told this, and then there's countries that literally were like handing out fucking shit, like a packet with ivermectin and shit in it, so you didn't have to do anything else besides take this and be fine. But then we were getting told it's gonna fucking kill us. Like,
yeah,
it's horse paste.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take the horse paste?
Our media is the worst.
Or the fish tank cleaner.
Yeah, fish tank cleaner. Yep, fish tank cleaner.
Inject bleach in your veins. That one always pissed me off, because I watched that
was Hillary that said it, right?
No, that was no, it was Trump.
They were saying that Trump said,
but he didn't say inject.
Yeah, but he didn't say bleach.
No.
He said
he was talking about ultraviolet light.
Yeah.
Because I remember I watched that press conference live.
He said disinfectant,
and I was like, oh yeah, something like to. No. But he was but the thing is, no one tells you the context. He was talking about ultraviolet light that whole time, and he was talking about how ultraviolet light is a disinfectant, which is true. Yeah. Because if everyone's got a fucking goldfish brain and doesn't remember how like there was all these things out there, how people are buying ultraviolet lights to go over their fucking packages from Amazon before they brought it into their homes and shit. But whatever.
Yeah, and then his joke was like, "Is there any way we can put it in their veins?" But like, it's a funny joke. Like, motherfuckers, like,
right. So when people started saying that whole bleach thing, and I was just like, "You're a fucking liar." I just can't. So I just like would be like, "Okay, well, you're full of shit." So I'm not going to give you any grains of salt or grace. I only have so much.
People went with that like crazy. Like, did you hear what Trump said? He said he wants to drink bleach. I'm like, oh my, he didn't even say that verbatim.
No, about it today in Congress, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was surprised. That's a lot of committees I'm hearing now about that's why they call it the round table. It's like the committee of committees going on.
Right.
I gotta tell you all something real quick, and this is gonna be I'm sorry for coming at you with all random shit and then getting
that's fine.
And going on to something else. But I was looking at different committees and hearings and stuff, and like on the Congress website, and I believe it's very interesting to me that to watch all these live hearings, it takes you directly to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. I was watching a hearing today, and I was just like, I feel like, because it was skipping, and they were skipping like really good parts, and I was like, I want to hear the rest of it. And I'm like, I wonder if they're doing the skip so people can't get a full clip that could
that goes against their agenda,
like viral or whatever.
Right.
Especially if it goes against their narrative.
Well, Well, and then also on the government website, I was looking up the committee that they had about the CCP. Now, you had to actually dig to find the actual YouTube video, but on the straight up Congress website, if you go under that committee, it says that the video is no longer there because it violated YouTube's guidelines.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
a video of our own government meeting violated YouTube's guidelines.
Yep. And I had to go.
Yes.
That is fucking
Like I
confusing.
said, searching for it.
Sounds like China bought YouTube.
Right.
Donald Trump, don't trust China.
They
China's
do.
asshole.
They did just get a new CEO, I believe. YouTube.
Yeah. I don't know who that
yeah.
is, but
yeah, and from
Dude,
what
have
I've
you been
heard,
watching Bob's Lessons? He says, "Watch out, India. Everything is India."
oh, shit.
actually, I haven't been watching any.
Does he have his own podcast?
No, it was on his Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but from what I've heard, though, also the CEO is more about censorship than even the last one. So,
Shit.
Yeah, who knows? Soon enough, we haven't gotten any more strikes in here, but I still want to try to figure out soon enough. I'll probably have Rich show me how to start streaming to Rumble, and I'm gonna quit doing lives on here soon enough, and probably do live still on Twitch and Twitter. Seems to be
I totally
pretty.
fucked that for you guys today. I apologize.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Fuck this. Fuck YouTube. Yeah. I'm never gonna make any money on YouTube. Like even if we ever did start making money doing whatever else, we would automatically be demonetized on this fucking platform on YouTube. There's no way that they would like us.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I've been liking about Twitter. I like that we can stream to Twitter and whatever else, and it seems like it's a lot more free speech than it was. But then there's like random times that people's accounts are getting taken down. I've noticed, and like the algorithms are kind of weird and shit. But I don't know what's going on with all that. It is what it is.
Yep, I'm still banned on Twitter. I could only look at news. I can't comment, like, follow.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't know why. They don't tell me why.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I've appealed for it over like 3 or 4 times. They never sent an email back.
Oh, you gotta love it. I don't think I ever got any sort of comment why one of our episodes was taken out on YouTube. That one with what's his DK2, where we were just talking about the aspects of libertarianism and blah blah blah, and like we were just talking kind of shit about socialism, whatever. And I don't even know what part flagged it, but that shit got taken down. So whatever.
What was that? Did you just hit a symbol?
No, hit my fucking mic.
Oh, that was like perfect timing.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I hit it, because it's got that spring right there, and it like caught my nail. It was like ping.
It was like, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Help me out with Rumble, because I mean that's the thing with Rumble too. A lot of views on lives, but unless you have a good following, vids get nothing. Which is true. Ours, we've started building up more of a following on there for 2 Jacks, 1 Scotch. We've been getting better views and stuff here lately. But but you're absolutely right, because on Rumble it seems like it's very obviously still not as super popular if you're not real well known or have a good following.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, because people are starting to go over there more, and it's going to keep going more and more that way.
The search got better. Search got better for it.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, and just think, by the time the 2024 like elections and stuff happens, Rumble's going to be popping.
And True Social.
Yeah.
No, it's popping. Just because we may not be on there quite a bit, I've heard that it's doing well.
The bad thing with Truth though is that there's not very many people on both sides on there. It's kind of an echo.
Yeah, it's like another for Patriots.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. But I mean, if it keeps getting more and more popular, cool.
It's doing well, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's cool. Good.
The stocks haven't dropped from what is it, DWAC? That's the Trump stock, and it's backing up the True Social, the finances, I guess. And so they haven't gone down. They've been plateauing. They've been plateaued for a good long time.
Gotcha.
And I think they're pretty cheap too. It's like down to $20 a stock right now.
Oh, that's not it's not bad to be able to buy up, but yeah. hopefully the stock market and everything could keep kind of coming back. I don't know. We'll see with all this fucking spending we're doing and everything else.
Yeah, and there was an article, but I lost it. It just popped up of breaking news or something. I guess Congress had struck a deal or made a decision to block Biden's ESG plans or something like that.
Yeah,
which is good in our book.
Yep. Yeah, the
You
ESG.
pull it up. I have it right here. I was just going to talk about that.
Yeah,
there you go.
Which is dope. I'm glad that did get struck down, and like that's going to be one of the main things, fighting that, and then hopefully fighting that digital currency bullshit, CBDC.
Yeah.
But
here's
Senate,
the thing, though, but yeah. So So Biden already has this rule in place. So what happened is that the Senate and the House said no. The what it is that so the Biden administration rule allows retirement plans to consider the environment, social, and corporate governance principles when choosing their investments for retirement. Is what it is. And Biden's said he's going to veto it anyway, saying that they can't block it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's a good step, but they need to the whole ESG shit has got to go.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Absolutely, because that I mean that's like the corporate
technocracy 2030.
Exactly. It goes toward that, but it's like the early stages for what would be
carbon footprint,
social credit. Well,
it's
it's corporate social credit score. It's like you better be good boys and not doing this and blah blah in order for you to get funding for shit or anything like that.
You purchase guns. We're not going to be able to allow you to shop here anymore.
Yep, exactly, because that's going to go against your social score on there of the ESG.
Yeah. And here's the thing: if you look, I think it's the FEC. There's stuff coming up about this whole thing, and the FEC and everything about companies, how they, whether or not they have to, if it's going to actually be a requirement for all companies to have an ESG score, because it'll affect either like any type of funding or taxes type thing. It's actually kind of scary. If you think about it, because we went through on the Two Jacks One Scotch podcast we did Agenda 2030, and that kind of is another segue into all of that, connecting with like the social credit score and basically, and then people talking about how they want a cashless society. We've talked about crypto, all this other stuff. And there's actually a hearing next week about crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I need to look into that one.
Yeah, that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, oh, this is Scott's thing. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look. I'm definitely going to look into that.
Crypto business.
For me, I like the way that it seemed like it's going to be going toward, like, just from the way that the fucking title of the shit's even laid out, it seemed like it's going to be more toward regulatory, and that's what they want anyways. That's why the SEC and all that shit has been on their ass. Why all this shit is happening, to be honest, in my opinion, like with FTX and all that, like, you think that shit just came crashing down just because he was a fucking idiot? No, there's plenty of fucking idiots that get away with a lot of shit. And then also, what was it, like 4 or 5 other crypto people that ended up dead or arrested?
Yep, ended up dead.
Yeah, so it's like shit like this is starting to go down to where they're gonna say we're gonna regulate the fuck out of this. And eventually, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep all that. Then let's get rid of your cash.
Okay, I have a theory. All right.
The fucking X-Files music.
Right. So in Nigeria, they're pushing hard for CBDC.
So, Nigeria. Yeah.
Remember, we were talking about this. I talked to you guys about this briefly.
Look at me. I am the crypto now.
We talk a lot. But yeah, so they push really heavily on the CBDC because they took higher valued currencies like paper currencies out of the
off the market,
rotation, so then it more people to be part of like the digital currency, and they're only using Bitcoin in Nigeria. Okay, so next week there's a committee hearing talking about climate change and also crypto and how crypto is being mined. What if it's going to start being this thing where they're like, okay, well, they're saying like how crypto is mined is hurting their environment or whatever. But what if they put all these mining places in Nigeria for them to mine the crypto for everybody else, and they get their little pittance or whatever for being guinea pigs?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I could think I'm onto something.
I could see part of that. I know that the government, I know that like that's the whole thing with a lot of the shit that they talked about it though, is like the mining and how much power it uses and blah blah blah. And
could that be why parts of South Africa are having so much trouble with their rolling blackouts though too?
All that power being used.
Because if they're trying to mine all this Bitcoin or whatever, and it's taking up all this energy,
I don't know. I'd have to look into see how many mining farms or anything are out there, because I don't know about where. To be honest, a lot of them are mainly in Europe and Asia and stuff. There was some good. There was one that was actually in Siberia. I think one in Alaska. A couple others that are in America, but I think a lot were in Europe and shit. But I can look toward down there, because that's like one of the crazy things that I am wondering about. Like, how is their electrical infrastructure dying that bad? I mean, I don't think it would be from that. I just don't. I don't know.
It gets really hot over there, so they don't exactly get snow. And saying these computers need to be cooled down
right now.
I mean, I doubt they get snow is what I'm saying at all. Like they might get cooler weather, but I just know that a bunch of computers. I don't know if that's what like one of the farms could be, where I was mentioning that earlier in our texting, that like a bunch of computers in a room, just servers and computers just constantly going, creates a lot of heat. So it's best to have those kind of places around snowy areas.
Yeah,
so
no, absolutely. Yeah, that's why they put one in Siberia and shit, because you can.
That would make sense.
Yeah, you can slam the fuck out of those machines and they will not be hot.
They won't overheat.
Yeah. So I mean,
makes me wonder. Honestly, I have no idea how to mine. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
I don't know what it entails.
Right.
All I know is energy and numbers, and like that's it. So like I may be talking out of my ass a lot, but I
think mining is just going through data.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like basically like mining is your computer solving problems to get that coin. That's basically about it. But in order to solve that problem, it has to do a lot of fucking work. That's why it takes the power and like so many computers doing it at once and blah blah. So I mean, yeah, it does use quite a bit of power, but I'm gonna look more into those blackouts, because even if it was from that, I could see what you're saying, Jack, about it being hot and whatever else down there. Maybe their infrastructure itself is just not very well maintained and fucked up.
That's what I think.
And plus how it gets done. So it could be like more of that. I don't think that there's really much Bitcoin mining and shit going on there. I think it's probably maybe like what you're saying, but yeah.
And I got a story on a side note whenever we're done with crypto here.
Right on. Yeah, go ahead. We'll probably be.
I'll put it on your calendar, Scott. You got to watch it. Watch that hearing. Then I'll find it. Let me find it, and then I'll tell everybody else what it is.
All right.
Nice. Well, this side note, something is happening. Something strange with big stores like Walmart and Target and maybe even chain grocery stores. They are getting rid of an aisle or two, and aisles are getting more wider, means less product. And I don't know, it's just, and then Walmart is closing down a shitload of stores, and it's like, what the hell? That's kind of weird, because they make a lot of money. You wouldn't think a Walmart would go down in their stocks or something.
Right.
They're the ones that stayed open. They're one of the people that stayed open during the lockdowns, and people still continue to flock to stores like that. I don't hear anything about Costco, but Walmart is supposed to be shutting down a shitload of stores across the nation. And I wonder, because there's also this theory that all the Walmart locations are actually military locations because they're easy to convert.
Oh, yeah.
And FEMA, easy to convert into camps, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're gated up with the only yard you're only going to spend outside is in the garden area.
Right. I mean, that'll be the whole thing. We'll see how that plays out in the areas.
Are these
that they all, well, where they do shut down and everything else.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that plays out, because if those shut down and then we see them starting to get occupied and filled with shit or something, like that's when you really start worrying or thinking more towards some shit like that might be.
You start seeing a lot of equipment and con boxes, military equipment and stuff filling up Walmarts. That's when we should do to take up arms and get ready.
Yeah, that's right. It's when you move your ass out
Those
of
are
any sort of a city.
Those are the gulags.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, something weird is happening where there's getting product is not coming in like it used to, I guess. I don't know. It could be it.
Right. Well, I mean, that's part of it. And we all know that it's fucking artificial. What is happening? It's artificial inflation, artificial chains, and everything else that are getting fucking taken down. All these fucking buildings, fucking chickens dying in explosions in buildings and shit. Like, it's all artificially done. I don't like. There's no way that people can.
It's not accidents.
Yeah, it's not accidents, motherfuckers. It's happening way too fucking much, especially in the times whenever it's
they ramp this shit up.
Worst. Yeah,
they ramp this shit up big time because of. I think it's because of truth. All this truth coming out about the scandemic and about fucking the Hunter Biden laptop and his ties, and then other countries are going through the same shit. Their countries and their politics, all their truths are coming out too. I bet. And that's why you see a bunch of protesters in other countries and shit.
Well, I think in the Philippines, I think the princess in the Philippines had a vaccine adverse reaction. So right now in the Philippines, they've cut off
that shit.
The vaccinations, and they're looking into it. And I think other small countries in Asia. There's another country, I can't remember what it was, but they're starting to look more into the
vaccines and
the jabs.
Wasn't DeSantis having something going on with that?
Well, I know that he's not requiring anyone.
No, looking into the vaccine.
Oh, looking into it?
Yeah, that's.
I think he has like a committee of doctors, right?
Yeah,
like
something like that.
Scientists.
Now I'm weary of fucking DeSantis though too, because DeSantis getting fucking repped by Jeb Bush and shit. Like,
oh wow, I know that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
No, I will say that Patriot Network on Sirius XM shilling for DeSantis hard. They had him and his wife on for like a whole hour or so. And it was like a special Ron DeSantis, and it wasn't like on anybody's particular show.
Yeah,
because usually in that time slot, it's like who's usually in that time slot? Andrew Wilkow was when I was listening, in between Andrew Wilkow and
I don't know the show or that network.
Sean Hannity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had
Hannity?
The whole thing on DeSantis. Yeah. And they had this whole thing on DeSantis and stuff. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know. They're just shilling hard for them and everything.
They are.
But I'll tell you what, though, too, I will definitely tell everyone to keep an eye out on the narrative changing. And this is going to be the Democrats' narrative in 2024 against Trump, and Republicans that are going to go against him in the primary. Mark my fucking words. It is the 1st of March. This is happening because it's starting to happen too in all these committees. Is Trump, COVID, and it's his fault for all the vaccines and pushing it.
Oh yeah, well,
and the lockdown and pushing lockdowns and everything like that.
Right. Oh yeah, they're gonna try to
having Fauci and Birx
they're gonna try to
people.
Well, they'll try to put all that on him big time. And the only thing that I will say is that what is disappointing is he won't denounce the vaccine. Like his
No.
ego is too fucking big to do it, and that's his problem right now.
Absolutely.
I think he laid off pushing for the vaccine, but he hasn't denounced it though.
No, he hasn't denounced it, but people have said something like, I forgot one interview or something like that. Somebody asked him about the effects, adverse effects, and blah, and he was like, well, people say that I have saved, the usual Trump, hundreds of millions of lives. And it's like, okay, we know, bro. Just shut up with people
when
are
he
saying
talks,
all that.
I have my theories on that. When he says stuff like that, I think of as like we're in war right now, and there's casualties, and there's deals you got to take in order to sacrifice for the bigger win.
Well,
because I mean, it's
then
war.
then he needs to sacrifice his ego and say, you know what, I'm looking at all this.
Well, that's
evidence.
what I'm saying. But you wouldn't say that so your enemies don't think what you're thinking. Like you don't give your plans out to the enemy either. So if you come out that he might look weak to the enemy or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, I really
one
who knows,
narrative can be true. Okay, because at this point, it's a bunch of fuckery. Because here's the thing. One narrative has to be true then, because the left forever has been saying that these vaccinations have saved millions and millions of lives. And then on the other foot, now they're going to go and try and blame Trump.
Remember,
right? But that doesn't matter though, because they took the bull by the horns, and this has been their stick, their spiel. They did the mandates. They called you anything under the sun if you didn't like it. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And they kept saying it was effective. It stopped the spread. And if you get the vaccine, you won't die from COVID. They kept saying it over and over and over again. That is their thing. They even in the same meeting, I heard someone say the vaccine saved millions of people's lives, but if the Republicans are against the vaccines, but Trump was for the vaccines, then you need to call him out for it. And it's just like, no doubt about what's true? Did they save millions of people's lives, or did they not? You need to tell us the truth. You need to tell us.
See, I think the truth will be revealed. The truth will be revealed. And right now, he probably is saying that for optics.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks because he puts himself in this spot where it looks bad. I get it.
Yeah.
Because I feel that way too. It's a let me down.
It sucks. I mean,
yeah.
It's so frustrating. I can't talk about that shit anymore. I'm sorry.
After a bunch of all this truth coming out, I'm kind of more leaning on the hopeful plan that Trump was actually in it to save America. And no matter what he says about the vaccines, he always did say it's your freedom of choice to get it or not.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that part. That he has always been about
my
that.
bottom.
Yeah. He said you should be able to do whatever you want. Like, he wasn't pushing the remdesivir. He wasn't the one that making a policy saying that hospitals would be able to get, actually, who put that in place? The CARES Act, wasn't it? And part of it was the hospitals would get money for admissions for COVID
incentives and shit.
monies for deaths.
Well, I get that, but that's kind of like playing the game. It's like, okay, if we're playing the pandemic game right now, I'm going to give the hospitals their choice to do that. But the fraud is going to be committed. We're going to catch those fuckers. Just because, this was a scandemic doesn't mean that you had to take the money for other options and not put it into whatever the optics should be. I don't know.
Right.
It goes deep because yeah, exactly.
There's just a lot.
So many stories and sides to this.
Right, exactly. Yeah. What do we get? Hour and 45. I think about to be wrapping this up.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to say or share? Any stories, videos, any of the latest news? What was the latest? That latest one. We should talk that real quick. What was it? The Hunter Biden guy that
the attorney.
I don't know.
Yeah, the attorney on. Yeah.
Oh, what's up with that? I haven't heard anything.
So it was Hunter Biden's one of his defense attorneys.
Oh, here we go.
Has just abruptly quit.
Yeah, I'll pull up the.
Oh,
yeah, I'll pull this up real quick. We'll go out on this.
And then he's going to be suicided later.
Right. Yeah, this will be the last thing we do before we head out, but it is kind of funny. All of a sudden, this shit happens now, but yeah.
Yeah, what a coinkadonk.
Right.
Fox News alert. Hunter's criminal defense
that
attorney,
picture.
Josh Levy, has suddenly just quit. He's jumping ship just as House Republicans are preparing to ramp up their investigations into Hunter. Now, it looks like Hunter's pricey legal team is beginning to crack. According to leaks, Hunter's sugar brother, Kevin Morris, the guy who paid off $2 million in Hunter's back taxes, has been clashing with Levy. And Hunter's sugar brother went out looking for a plan B. So they brought in the big guns, the attorney Democrats run to when they're in deep doo-doo, Abe Lowell, whose first order of business was firing off a blizzard of frivolous legal threats to everybody. But Levy, the guy who just quit, thought it was a terrible idea, and he warned Hunter it would be a PR stunt, which it came off as. But Hunter and his sugar brother didn't listen to him. They're sticking together. Sugar brothers stick together. And they told him to take a hike, and he's out. Now, say what you want about lawyers, but they're not dumb.
No.
And they know when to get out
Yep.
if they're going to lose the case.
That is very, very true.
He's like, shit, you guys are going to lose. You guys, I'm out. I don't want any part of this. You
Yeah.
got to lose. So,
Yeah.
That's good news to us.
Right. Hell yeah, it is. So that's wild. Hopefully that shit'll be wrapping up after a little bit and everyone goes down for it because there is so much corruption and all of that. It's so fucked up. But yeah, hopefully that'll be coming through soon. And go ahead and get this outro going. Why don't you guys go ahead and let the people know where to find you and where they can talk shit to you and you can talk shit back.
Well, I could be found on Truth Social at Suburban Mama. It's at Suburban Mama, MOMMA. I can also be found on Twitter at JNEMLYONS.
Nice. For me, you go to Telegram. If you got Telegram, follow Captain Jack's TG CPT _JAKS TG. And put a lot of interesting shit on there. That's the only social media I have. It's not really a social media, but I guess, I don't know, it kind of is.
That's what you got for now, yeah.
And then check out our other show. All three of us are Two Jacks, One Scotch on Rumble and Spotify.
Yes.
Yep, it's
a new episode. Yeah, new episode every Friday. And sorry, Jackie. Yeah, number 2 Jacks, number 1 Scotch.
Yep. Yep. And then you can find
Pretty
me,
lit
Scott.
over there.
Huh?
Pretty lit.
Pretty lit. Find me on Instagram, Scott _Craiglow, and Business Party Podcast on there, and on Twitter, Biz Party Podcast. And again, fuck the moon. Go into Uranus, bitches. Have a good night.